Now let's work on these numbers. This is the div that we're going to use this. Let me maximize this and let's go to the song num, and here, so as I said, instead of writing like the index and we're going to go from 0 to 1, we want to format this number and make it into 2 digits. So 1 becomes 0, 1, and if it's like 10, 12, it stays the same. So we're going to have a number formatter function, and what we are going to pass, not the index, because the index starts from 0, so we want to add 1 to it. So it's going to be, the first one is 1, and you know the drill. So we're going to go here and we're going to write this function, and this function takes a number, and all it does is return something. So what it returns, if we have the number, if the number is like bigger than 10 or equal to 10, we don't do nothing because it's already formatted into 2 digits. So if it's this, all we do is just return the number, the 2 string. That's all we do. Else, here we're gonna return a 0 in the beginning, and we're gonna add the number, the 2 string into it. And this way we gonna format all of this, as you see right here. When we're back, this is the project we're working on. It starts from 0, 1, 0, 2. When you reach 10, it stays the same into 2 digits. Now let's work on this middle part. So we're gonna go to our HTML page. We're gonna close the left, and we're gonna go to the middle. We're gonna have a div that we're gonna call middle top, and inside it we're gonna have a search, and inside this search we're gonna have the input and the icon. The icon is gonna be an SVG, and we're gonna fill it with the color white. Everything is gonna be included in the description. And after that we're gonna have an input. That type is gonna be text. We're gonna have a placeholder. The placeholder is gonna be, search music or artists, like this. And let's go now to the style.css and let's work on this. So we're gonna start with the middle itself, and we're gonna have a background. The background is gonna be 790B3269. And we're gonna go to the grid row. It's gonna make it the same as the left. After that we're gonna go to the middle top, and we have some work to do here. We're gonna have the height to be 50%, and we're gonna have a BG background image is gonna be, and the URL is gonna be, let me just get it. So this is the image that we're gonna use. You can use your favorite image as well. We're gonna add some property to this image. For background repeat, we're gonna have no repeat, and also we're gonna go to the background size, and we're gonna make it cover, so it covers the whole div. And we're gonna have a padding of 5 px. We're gonna go to the search now. The search is gonna have a display flex. It's gonna have a line items center. It's gonna have a gap of 10 px. Also we're gonna have a margin bottom of 10 px. We're gonna have a BG, a background. Let's make it an RGB. Hey, and we're gonna have here 0.172. Also we're gonna have a height that's gonna be 35 px, and also a padding. We're gonna go from the top 0, from the right 5 px, from the bottom 0. We also gonna have 0 from the bottom, and from the right we're gonna have 10 px. The width is gonna be 200 px, and the border radius is gonna be 5 px. We're gonna go now and control the input. So we're gonna go to the search, and we're gonna select the input, and we're gonna work on it. So the width is gonna be 100%. That means it's gonna take the height of the search div, that's gonna be 200 px, and also for the height is gonna be 100 px, 100%. That means the height of the div, which is 35 px. And we're gonna have a border of none. We don't want no border, and also we don't want no outline. And also the BG is gonna be transparent, so it takes the color of the parent, and also we're gonna have the color to be white, and the font size is gonna be 17 pixels. And also we're gonna go to the search, and we're gonna go to the placeholder. We're gonna go to search inputs first, and then we're gonna select the placeholder, and we're gonna change the color of it to be white. Exactly. So this is something we gotta do. Let's see how it looks. It looks really fine. Let me see what's the problem with the border radius here. Border radius. Is there a problem with it? I don't know. Let me see right here. It's not 5px. I think it's 50px. This is. It's all circular. Let's see right now. No, this is right. Also, I think we can make it a little bigger, so you can go and change maybe the width to whatever you want. For example, let's make it 280px, and now it looks a lot better. It looks the same as this one. Now let's work on the search functionality. So we're gonna search by using the song name or the name of the artist. For example, if we write B, this is gonna be live, tracing. So we're gonna trace everything the user writes on the inputs, and we're gonna find it in the array if it's included in the name of the artist or the name of the song, and we're gonna show all the elements that match. So we're gonna B, we add another letter, and we're gonna add the new results, and this way we can get all the results if we write the whole name. For example, add opera. This is wrong, opera, and we're gonna get the whole thing. If we remove everything, we just get to the normal state, and we show all the song. So let's go to the HTML, and we're gonna go to the input, and we're gonna have an ID here. We're gonna call it search input, and I'm gonna take this and go to our script, and we're gonna trace everything that the user writes on this input. So we're gonna go to the document dot it's gonna be key up, and we're gonna trace this element that has this ID, and we're gonna have function here, and we're gonna first of all get the value that the user wrote in the input. So it's gonna be var, let's call it search term. It's gonna equal this. That means this element, the input, and we're gonna get the value from it. We can get the text also. It's gonna work fine. And now let's see if the search term equal to nothing, that means it's empty, nothing is being wrote. Or for example, you wrote something. Let's go back to the final product. If we wrote something and we removed it, we want to go back to the normal state and show all the songs. So this is what we're gonna do. If it's empty, we're gonna take the same function here. We're gonna map through all the songs, and we're gonna just show them. Else, if there is something written on the input, so we're gonna do else, and we're gonna do we're gonna map through all the songs. So we're gonna go songs.map. We're gonna have a function through all the songs, and we're gonna check if we're gonna go before that. Let's extract the values they want to search on. In the array, we have the name, and we have also the artist. So we're gonna extract those. So extract the name and also the artist, and we're gonna make this equal the song. So we extract those, and now let's work on them. So if the name, and we're gonna take the name, and we're gonna take it to lowercase, so we can get all the results. And we're gonna, after that, we're gonna search if it includes the search term. If this all equal to true, that means it's included. Or we're gonna do the same, but this time we're gonna do this for the artist. So if it's included in the name of the song or name of the artist, we're just gonna return the song, and the return is gonna be in this variable. So let's have this call it results. This is the results that we have. And the thing is, for example, if we went and search in an array and we have one result, the other results, because we use in return, is gonna return undefined. So the song, if it exists, is gonna return the song, but the other elements of the array are going to be undefined because we use in return. So we're gonna filter that. So we're gonna do simply filter boolean, and any value from the array that has undefined or 0 is gonna just be removed. So we get all the results now. The other thing that we're gonna do, if the results dot length are more than 0, then it means that we have at least one result. So we're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna take the songs, but it's not gonna be songs this time, just gonna be results. And we're gonna go now and test this. So we're gonna go to our current project and let's search. For example, let's go 512 and we don't get any results. So let's see in the console, search is not defined. Line 205, 200, which line? 254. This is this one. So we're gonna go here. It should be search term. Let's go again. We have no errors here, and let's search 512. So still an error. Maybe we don't get the search term value. So let's go here. Let's console log the search term. Let's see if we get it. Let's write something. P, we get it. So there is something wrong. Let's go back to our editor, and here let's add equal to true. That means it includes one of them. Let's try again. This might take a while. Let's go 512, and we still don't get any results. Let's go to here, and we're gonna go console log. I'm gonna leave this all in so you see how we fix our problems. So let's see if we get any results. So for example, let's go 512, and as you see, we get all the results right here. So everything is working fine, but why it's not shown? So else, so this is if it's equal to nothing, it's not. And we go to else for results equals songs dot map, and then we go here. If results dot length are bigger than 0, we go through all the results and map through all of them. First of all, let's go, we're gonna take this div and we're gonna empty it, and we're gonna make it empty. So we're gonna go here and empty the song. Let's make the HTML nothing inside it. Let's try again, because it may just been adding it because we're using append. Now let's try again 512, and as you see, we get the results. Don't worry if this problem of the CSS, when we add the rest of the divs and we complete anything, it's not going to be a problem. Everything is going to be on point. So let's see. As you see, we get all the results. Let's search, for example, to long gp something moonlight, and as you see, we get all the results. Now let's work and finish this middle part and make it like this. So first of all, let's go to our HTML. Let's close this middle top, and we're gonna work. What the hell am I doing? Let's go to this middle top, and we're gonna go here and close this, and then let's have another div. It's called popular, and inside this we're gonna have popular header. We're gonna have two of them. It's gonna be popular artists. This one's gonna be popular albums, and we're gonna have a div that's gonna be called dot popular list, and it's gonna have an ID of artists list. And we're gonna do the same here, but this time it's gonna be albums list, and we're gonna take it after this. Now let's go to the script, and this with the function we're gonna do the same. So we're gonna go through the artists array, and we're gonna map through this, and we're gonna get the artists, and let's just go and generate this. We're gonna have a var template as we did earlier, and this time it's gonna be a div. It's gonna have a class. Let's call it pop, and let's close this div, and let's close it here. And inside this div we're gonna have an image, and the source is gonna be the artist dot picture. This is gonna be the source, and the class name. What the class name is gonna be artist artist image, and after this div we're gonna have another div, and this div is gonna have the class pop text, and inside this we're gonna have the name of the artist. So it's gonna be artist dot name. This is how it's gonna be. If we went back, refresh this page, I don't know, it's not showing. Let me because I just did the templates, I didn't add it to the HTML. So we're gonna take this div, not this one because we're gonna use the ID, and we're gonna go here, this, and we're gonna append the template. Let's go back here, and as you see, it's gonna have all these images. So we go to the CSS to fix all of this. So let's go to our style.css, and first of all I'm gonna start from the beginning. So from the popular, all you're gonna have is a padding of 10px. I'm just gonna go to the popular header, and this is gonna have a font weight 600. The font size is gonna be 18 pixels. Also the color is gonna be white. We're gonna go now to the popular list, and it's gonna have a let's go first and have a display flex. Also it's gonna have a margin top of 10px. Also it's gonna have a gap of 10px. This is the popular list, and we're gonna go to the div inside that has all the informations, and we're gonna have text align. It's gonna be center, cursor pointer. Also it's gonna have display flex, and flex direction is gonna be column, and also we're gonna have align item center, Also we're gonna have a transition all but 0.2 seconds, and inside this pop we're gonna, when we hover this pop div, we're gonna transform and translate this, or we're gonna scale it, we're gonna scale it to 1.05, so just a little bit of zoom or scale. So after this we're gonna go to the artist image, and the artist image we're gonna have width of 80px, height of 80px, and also we're gonna have an object fit of cover. Also we have a border radius. The first one's gonna be 50% when it's circular, and then we're gonna go, where am I, and we're gonna have a box shadow, and the box shadow is gonna be 2px, and that's it. Also gonna have an RGB, it's gonna be 0.5, and after this we're gonna have a margin bottom of 5px. Also we're gonna go now to the pop text, and in the pop text, the thing is gonna do is gonna have a color, is gonna be white. We're gonna make sure that, and we're gonna have a font weight of 600 and a font size of 13px. Let's go back and let's see, and as you see it works fine. This is the information of the name is wrong, so let's go to JavaScript and let's see. This is gonna be artist, not artists. Let's go back here, and as you see it works fine, and there's a problem also. We're gonna remove this and remove this, and now everything is fine. Let's go to the popular albums, and let's take this let's do a margin bottom, a margin from top for the popular albums, or maybe you can go to the list itself, and we're gonna have a style. It's gonna have a margin bottom, maybe like 15px. So now it looks nicer. We're gonna do the same in JavaScript for the albums. We're gonna copy this, and it's gonna do the same, but this time it's gonna be albums. You can change this to album, you can leave it this way, it's gonna work also. So you're gonna do the same, and this is the same, but the difference is let's go, we don't want to add to that, we're gonna add to this the div albums list and not the artist list. So this one, as you see right here, it's working, but the thing, we want it like this, not this way. So we're gonna change the image. So this is not gonna be the artist image. Let's call it, for example, album cover, for example. Let's go to the CSS now and take this, and now we're gonna have the on setting is gonna be 100 pixels width and height 100 pixels, and we're gonna go and have an object fit. Object fit is gonna be cover, but the difference is gonna be, the main difference is the border radius. It's not gonna be 50%, so we just want it a little bit edgy, so 10px, and we're gonna have the same box shadow and margin bottom this way. And as you see, this is the middle part finished, and also we have the left. We're still gonna do some functionalities here, but the middle part is finished.